Welcome to Uncommon DevOps Wisdom by Uncommon Sense Consulting. Have you ever considered the concept of technical debt in your software development processes? Much like financial debt, technical debt refers to the cost that comes with taking shortcuts or opting for quick-fix solutions during software development. It's the price you pay down the line when these cheap solutions start to show their cracks and demand additional time, resources, and effort to fix. Why is understanding technical debt so crucial, you ask? Well, for one, it's an inevitable part of the software development life cycle. Whether you're a startup racing against time or a well-established enterprise juggling multiple projects, technical debt will accumulate. It's a byproduct of innovation and change. However, much like its financial counterpart, if technical debt is not managed properly, it can spiral out of control. It can lead to severe consequences on the software's performance and the team's productivity. So let's dive deeper into this concept and figure out how we can manage it effectively. Technical debt, if not managed properly, can have severe consequences on the software's performance and the team's productivity. Technical debt isn't just a random occurrence. It has specific causes that can often be traced back to the software development process. Let's delve into the common causes of technical debt. Picture this. You're working on a project with a tight deadline. There's immense pressure to deliver on time, so the development cycle is rushed. In the hustle, best practices might not be strictly adhered to, or testing might be compromised. This rush to meet deadlines often results in what we call quick and dirty programming. It's like building a house in haste, and then finding out later that the foundation isn't strong enough. This is a classic recipe for accruing technical debt. Another common cause of technical debt is changing requirements. In the ever-evolving world of technology, requirements can change as fast as a chameleon changes its colors. So you start building a feature with a certain set of requirements, but halfway through, the requirements change. Instead of going back and refactoring the code to fit the new requirements, you might opt to patch the existing code. This patchwork approach can lead to a tangled web of code that's hard to maintain and harder to understand, thereby increasing technical debt. Now, let's talk about code refactoring. Refactoring is the process of restructuring existing computer code without changing its external behavior. It's like rearranging the furniture in your house to make it more functional and aesthetically pleasing. But when refactoring is done poorly or avoided altogether due to time constraints, it can lead to bloated, convoluted code. This is another major contributor to technical debt. So, rushed development cycles, changing requirements, and poor or neglected refactoring are some of the common causes of technical debt. But remember, these aren't the only causes. Technical debt can also stem from a lack of documentation, inadequate testing, or even from using outdated technologies. Identifying these causes can help teams be more proactive about avoiding technical debt in the future. So keep your eyes open and your code clean. Ignoring technical debt is like ignoring a ticking time bomb. It will eventually explode, causing havoc in your software development process. Now let's delve into the potential consequences of turning a blind eye to technical debt. First and foremost, decreased performance. When your software is bogged down by quick fixes and shortcuts, it's like trying to run a marathon with weights strapped to your ankles. The system becomes slower, less reliable, and more prone to errors and crashes. Imagine a user waiting for minutes for a page to load or a transaction to process. Frustrating, isn't it? Next, we have decreased agility. In the world of software development, agility is the ability to respond quickly to changes. However, when technical debt piles up, every change becomes a Herculean task. Picture trying to change the direction of a freight train in full speed. It's not going to happen without a significant amount of effort and time. This lack of agility can stifle innovation, as the team spends more time wrestling with the existing code base than creating new features or improving existing ones. Lastly, we have increased maintenance costs. Maintaining a software system is like maintaining a car. If you keep ignoring the check engine light, you'll end up with a hefty repair bill. Similarly, the more technical debt you accumulate, the more time and resources you need to spend on maintenance. This can mean longer hours for your team, more resources diverted from other projects, and ultimately, higher costs. In short, technical debt can cause your software to become a slow, unwieldy beast that drains resources and stifles innovation. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but if you ignore it, it can grow into an avalanche that's difficult to stop. Technical debt, therefore, has a massive impact on the software's overall quality and the team's ability to deliver on time. Measuring technical debt is an essential part of managing it. To do this effectively, software teams often rely on technical debt scoring systems and burn-down charts. These tools provide a quantitative and, dare I say, visually appealing representation of the technical debt within a project. How so, you ask? Well, a scoring system quantifies the debt based on factors like complexity, duplication, and dependencies. This gives teams a clear picture of the debt's size and severity. On the other hand, a burn-down chart visually represents the remaining debt over time, the rate at which it's being addressed, and how much is left. These charts are particularly useful in identifying areas of concern and prioritizing technical debt reduction efforts. You see, measuring technical debt isn't just about numbers and charts. It's about gaining insights, making informed decisions, and adjusting strategies to ensure progress. With the right tools and metrics, teams can track their progress in reducing technical debt and adjust their strategies as needed. Now that we understand what technical debt is, its causes and its impact, how do we manage it effectively? First and foremost, managing technical debt requires a strategic approach. We cannot simply react to issues as they appear. Instead, we need to prioritize debt reduction. This involves identifying the most critical issues that could hinder the project's progress or performance and address them first. Secondly, it's crucial to set aside dedicated time for refactoring. Just as we allocate time for new features or bug fixes, we should also schedule time specifically for reducing technical debt. This dedicated effort can significantly improve the overall quality of the software, making it more maintainable and less prone to future issues. Another strategy is to establish clear coding standards. These standards guide developers in writing consistent, high-quality code, reducing the chances of accruing additional technical debt. They can include everything from naming conventions to documentation requirements, all aimed at ensuring the code base remains clean and understandable. Additionally, consider the use of automated tools and tests. These can help detect potential issues early, before they become a significant part of the code base. This proactive approach can save time and effort in the long run. Last but not least, foster a culture of continuous improvement within your team. Encourage everyone to constantly learn and adopt better coding practices. Remember, the goal is not just to fix current issues, but to prevent future ones. Managing technical debt is an ongoing effort, but with these strategies, it becomes a manageable task. Technical debt is a reality of software development. It's a byproduct of rushed cycles, shifting requirements, and code refactoring. Its impact can be severe, including lesser performance, reduced agility, and increased maintenance costs. Fortunately, we can measure it through scoring systems and burn-down charts, and manage it by prioritizing debt reduction, allocating time for refactoring, and setting clear coding standards. It's time to start paying attention to technical debt in your projects. It's not just about creating code, it's about creating quality code that stands the test of time.